Hello my friends and family, it's Alfred Cuellar again. I'm just doing another video so I can, help humanity and help awaken people so we can bring us up to this higher vibrational frequency so we can leave the old and negative in the past and we can move towards our future and evolve and make ourselves better people, more intelligent, more loving, higher values, higher potential. Alright, well first of all I want to talk to you about, some of the states that people are in right now, and it's a majority of people, like they are in this lower state, lower vibrational state that they don't realize. And it's it's stress, and these lower frequencies, they make you susceptible to sickness, susceptible to stress, susceptible to thinking that you aren't more powerful than you aren't stronger than you are. Like, we're actually very powerful and strong people, and I want you to know that. Like, you know, don't let the enemy fool you and thinking that all these things are dangerous, and we need to have people tell us what to do, because you know what? God actually works with you. God actually is a power that's all around us. But if we don't know that, we don't utilize it, we're going to be stuck in this world and always be lowered. And people in the government, I'm sure they know about this, and they want to keep us stuck. They want to keep us in that mindset that we are, so that way they can control us, because we really don't need them though. And their only way of control is basically by making it seem like we need them, and we really don't. And the sooner you realize that, the more the the sooner you will become free, and that we will lift this world up and turn it to a higher vibrational frequency, because we're actually in a transitional time. Like when they say about the end of times and stuff in the Bible, it's actually because the earth transitions every 2,150 years, I believe. But it always changes, it's always shifting, and it's supposed to go into the good side. It's not going to be the end of the world, it's just going to change. It's going to have a great change, and it's going to change for the positive. And it, it's a cycle that we do, and it's based on what you start to bring towards the end of it. So if you bring in a bunch of negativity, and you bring in a bunch of, you know, stuff that will not help us, well then that's kind of where it starts to perpetuate, or kind of like stays in the past, where we want to push it to the future. We want to evolve. We want to realize your body's full potential. Your body can actually heal more things than you can, and it actually protects itself from more things than you think. Your mind is actually smarter than you think, and you have greater gifts than what you think. And this realm, we really are more powerful. We really can uh, create a reality that is better than this, and you really can change things. You really can do whatever it is you want. You have to take action towards it, and you have to believe it. And you have to basically see yourself there, and you'll get there eventually. And even if you don't know exactly how, but just see yourself already there, you will get there. And I see God has actually been working great things, like, and Jesus has helped me tremendously. Like, he's the guiding light, and um, I know He and God Almighty are with me right now, and we are making a difference in this world. And I want y'all to know, like, this is an awesome time to be alive. Like, we're actually going towards the future and doing good things, and we're growing, and we're gonna, come together and realize that not to be so hard on other people, not to be so judgmental, so doubtful, so worried all the time, and just creating stress for yourself. 'Cause that's the kind of thinking and beliefs and feelings, emotions that keep you stuck in that lower vibration. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling doubtful, if you're feeling like, you know, listen to your mind's thought, your mind's, how you say it, your mind's speaking, like your inner voice. If it sounds negative at all, if it sounds like it's, whatever it's saying could be possibly negative, could be kind of doubtful, could be shameful of yourself, or showing judgment on somebody else, you need to change it. Like, start being aware of it, realizing what you're telling yourself, realizing what you're putting out there, you know, because what you think, it actually comes to your body. Like, first it comes into a thought, then it becomes an emotion. But if you take action on it, and if it'll manifest. So, you know, try not to focus on things that aren't too good, because we're in a transitional stage, and the transformational powers right now are very strong. So you don't want to bring all that negativity with you. You don't want to bring that doubt with you. You want to leave that stuff in the past. You want to leave those people who didn't serve you or who didn't appreciate you back in the past. You know what I mean? And it's because times are changing. Uh, you know, the energies of the world are changing. Um, if you find out, like, the planets and everything, they actually help you, and they're not really bad. Some people can use it to, you know, manipulate others, or to know when it's the best time to do certain things. But if you come to that knowledge, well, then you know too. But I would say, just, it's always a good time to make yourself better. It's always a good time to be kind. There's never a bad time to be kind. There's never a bad time to do what's right. There's never a bad time to develop yourself. It's never a bad time to love yourself, to really become aware of yourself, become aware of your feelings, become aware of how you're feeling, or what things make you feel a certain way. Do you feel bad doing something? Is it there's something in the back of your mind telling you probably shouldn't be doing this? You know, then that's your intuition. That's God really reaching out to you, trying to tell you that He loves you more, and He wants you to take care of yourself. And and that, you know, we need to come together. We're really more alike than we think. Like, our bodies, if you were to take off our skin and our looks or whatever, we'd all be the same. We all have a heart, except for male and female, of course. But we all are the same. We run up a heart. We've got lungs to breathe. We got a mouth to talk. We got eyes to see. We got ears to hear, and, you know, all that good stuff. So this is a time to come together, and a time to realize that it takes inner work to fix your outer environment. And so you need to develop yourself. You need to start telling yourself more encouraging things. Become that encouraging person. Inspire people. Be kind. Show some love. Actually ask people how their day was, but really, really mean like you want to know. You know, and help lift people up. Lift yourself up if you need it. You know, find people who lift you up. Come around only people who are inspirational to you. If you're always feeling down, if you're always hearing about sickness, this and this, that, and that, get away from there. Find time for yourself. Start telling yourself nothing but positivity, because sometimes the media and sometimes people can just focus on negativity and the bad things of the world. Where it's time that we start embracing our good, and we start doing good, and we start making action on good, and being our true potential. Because deep down inside, we love to give. It's almost like we get a happiness from giving, and we get happiness from loving. And it's like, if you've ever loved someone, right? When you first came into a relationship, you really loved them, and you would do things for them. You would give them something, and it was just because you felt good to give them something. You didn't want anything back. They would say, "Oh, well, I'll give you." No, no, no. I just wanted to give you because I love you. And so it's like we need to be more like that. Like, give. You gotta be in relationship not to see what you get out of it, or, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, if it's very imbalanced, then of course it'll eventually go its separate ways, because the energies, they got to come into sync in some way, you know. And it's got to be more than just, and there's more than just, you know, the sexual, and, you know, it's intimacy, of course, is good, but there's a more to intimacy than just sexual and sensation. There's actually, like, genuine caring about the person, genuine wanting to uplift that person, genuine wanting them to develop just like you like to develop, you know. And guys, like, you know, we gotta let our counterparts, our females, do what they want and create a life that they want as well. Because if you know, If you're not letting them be who they're going to be, then you're going to be frustrated that they are not being themselves, or they're really not going to feel you in a certain way. And and you can't let jealousy or anything like that get in the way, because if you know they're loyal, or if you have loyalty issues and you need to talk about it, you need to bring it up. Hey, well, there was something that you did that made me doubt your loyalty, or made me feel like I couldn't trust you, and you need to bring up the issue. And and women, we need to be honest. Like, be honest. Uh, there's nothing wrong with telling the truth, and if it's that you really just don't want a relationship and you want to, date or whatever, well, then I'm sure you could find a guy who would want the same thing. So why get with someone who wants a relationship, and you really don't want to? So it's like, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be, and if you kind of like them, but you don't want to tell them or whatever, be like, yeah, you know what, I like you, and I might, you know, like to spend some time with you, but I really just don't want, maybe a temporary thing. Hey, fine, be honest though. You know what I mean? I think I give respect more to people who are honest than to people who are gonna lie. You know what I mean? Because the truth always comes out, and you know what I mean? Like, nobody can control your thoughts, but if that's what you really want, then that's what you really want. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have that choice. You have free will. It's probably not for your best, because deep down, everybody wants a relationship. Everybody wants someone they can trust. Everybody wants to have that unity, and to know that, have that someone that's going to protect them and be there for them, and all that good stuff. And I believe, like, I know women. I know y'all are thinking like, well, men, they don't know. They don't open up. They don't, they don't make you feel protected. They don't make you. They're very jealous, and you know what I mean. And it's like, we need to fix that. You know what I mean. Whatever we can do, and it's usually psychological and emotional. So we need to work on our psychological mind and realize some of the bad things that we do with our mind and our thinking and our beliefs that don't help us. And we need to realize our emotions are there because they're for a purpose. And you feel a certain way because for a reason. And it's either because you're not speaking your truth, or you're not speaking your feelings, and you're just suppressing them, or that you've been through some trauma, and which usually it goes back to childhood, and like, you never were able to be who you wanted to be, because you had to conform to what somebody else wanted, which was either your parents or your teachers, or government or whatever. And so you really never were who you were meant to be. Or you know what I mean, you became rebellious because certain things made you rebel, because you couldn't do certain things, and because of money issues or whatever, you couldn't be able to do certain things or gain certain skills because you were limited on money. And so you missed out on who you might have really been. So we got to think about these things. Think about what you really want. Think about who you really are, and what emotions you might hold on to that you really don't need to. What kind of negative thinking, like, oh, all men are pigs, or all people are gonna lie, and stuff like that. Like, things that don't help your current situation. Things that are gonna limit you from finding a person who is trusting, a person who is loyal, a man who is a good man. Because everybody has good in them. It's just a lot of times this world and pressures of the world have caused us to not be who we are, caused us to lose values, caused us to lose our principles. And you know what I mean. It's time to start lifting each other up and bringing each other up. That's what God is calling us to do. And it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Like, it's nothing to be scared of. Nothing to worry about. Like, I guess the only thing to worry about is not doing anything about it, not trying to change, not trying to improve yourself or others around you. Like, if you see someone struggling, sorry, excuse me. If you do see someone struggling, then why wouldn't you want to help them? Why wouldn't you try and do something to lift their spirits or something? Because I know I don't like to see anybody sad. I don't like to see people struggling. I like to, whatever I can do to help, even if it's just like give them a hug, anything. Uh, but anyway, I don't want to go too far into everything because I just wanted you to get a perception of what things you might be doing that you don't realize are really bad for you, and that you need to work on, think about. And right now, I want to give you some truth of that. I'm able to harness spiritual energy. Right now, I'm throwing it all at you right now. Right now, even with my words, they're coming at you. You're feeling it like it's an energy. And I want to send you some loving energy, some propelling energy to uplift you and to push you to want to grow, like to push you to want to learn, to realize that you really don't know everything there is to know about this world. And there's really much more that you can learn and much more that you can be. And I want to just let you know, like, there is a bubble of energy around you. You know what I mean? Your body exuberates certain energies. The lower state, it's kind of not as much, but when you start to realize some things, when you start to understand that there's higher energies out there and you can become a higher frequency, your body starts to awaken, your body starts to exude more energy, it starts to make more energy, its energy starts to increase, and that's how your body even improves without you even having to do that much. And your brain will start to work better, your vision will be more clear, your voice will be more strong, and it all takes realizing some of the things we do, like even breathing. Sometimes when we're breathing, we're just there, we're really breathing pretty shallow. Or it's like you can take some deeper breaths every once in a while, you know what I mean? Go to your breath and take some deep breaths and feel that oxygen just making you come more alive, increasing your energy, increasing your senses, increasing your blood flow, increasing your immune system. It's a beautiful thing, like these little things that we could do, like just slowing down, taking some deep breaths. It'll actually open you up to God actually trying to talk to you, God actually trying to, give you some of his loving energy, God trying to help you propel your brain if you're confused. Well, that's just a little bit. I want you to, experiment with that, you know what I mean? Feel that energy, feel that love, feel your heart opening up, visualize it like a little doorway just opening up in your heart, and just light just starts coming out, and your body is starting to fill with light, and your mind is all of a sudden opening up, becoming open to receiving knowledge and love from God, and creating a better world for all of us, and for this, for our Mother Earth. Like, she's actually an entity who feels things and who, she wants to be happy and better and not have to worry about things, just like you. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end on that note, and I just want to send y'all some love, peace, and tranquility, and God's wisdom, and God is coming, God is doing good things in our lives and in this world. All you got to do is pay attention, become aware, and it's really not as bad as you make it seem, or like, all these bad energies. Well, they only have power over you if you allow them. If you don't, they don't have any power. If you let it make you, bring you down, if you let it make you sad, but then they have power over you. If you don't let it bother you, it's not going to bother you. You don't make it seem like you need the government or you need somebody to guide you or give you direction, because when you start raising to the higher vibration, like I'm trying to show you, you'll have all that flowing in. You'll have what you need at that time come to you, and it's a beautiful thing. Alright guys, God bless y'all. You have a good day and enjoy the rest of your evening. See y'all later.